Today I'm going to show you how to make a Google slide. So first I'm going to go into my LA Unified classroom textbook. For me, it is under my courses. Your screen may look different than this. I have mine listed under materials, McGraw-Hill. Once you click on that, it'll open for you, or you may have to connect with press the launch button on there. I'm going into the teacher edition, and I'm going to click on ebook. Give it a second to load. Sometimes it takes a little bit long to load. There's a button here at the bottom with a little rectangle in it. That is to show a single page. If you click on it, you can show a double page. You can also turn the answers on and off right here, and you can press this button to watch the videos. Okay, so for example, let's do the Am I Ready page today. I want to press the Command, Shift, and 4 button at the same time on my MacBook. That will give me this little plus with a circle in it, and I'm going to go to the corner of my page, press the mouse pad, and pull that box down. That's going to make a screenshot that will save automatically to your desktop. So you can see the screenshot is right here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another tab, and I'm going to, you can sign in to your Classroom Google, or if you are already logged into Gmail or your Google account, you can click on the little boxes here and go into slides. As long as you're signed into your account, it'll save for you. I'm going to go into slides right here, just to show you how to do that. And I will also go into through Google Classroom. Classroom Google. Okay. So in Classroom Google, I have to get into my class. And here I am here. If you want to create your assignment here, it's the same thing. You'll see the Google Apps here on the top right corner. And I have slides right here. Click on slides. In slides, I want to create a blank presentation. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these text boxes here that have already been created for you. So I will click on the text box, and once I'm there, I'm going to hover over the text box till I get the 4 arrows. I'm going to click it again once I get the 4 arrows, and then just press my delete button on my computer. I'm going to do the same thing again down here. Clicked it. I want to make sure I have my little 4 arrows on there, and then delete. Okay. You have to click it to make sure that once you see the 4 arrows, just click your mouse pad and that'll select it to delete it. I don't want to do any themes. I will exit out of that. I'm going to change the size of the slide. I will go down to page setup. Here it says page setup. I'm going to move it from widescreen to custom. And I want an 8.5 by 11 document. Select apply. Your slide should have changed to an 8.5 by 11. The next step you want to do is change background. I'm going to choose an image. Here it tells me I can browse image from my computer, but since I screenshotted it and it saved it for me on my Mac, I'm just going to select it. Oh, excuse me. I will just tap it and pull it over, drag it into the insert background image spot. Chose my image for me, and I'm going to click done or X. And so now that it's a background, I can click anywhere I want on it, and it's not going to delete it or move it for me. That's very important because I don't want the students to delete the math page. Now that I've done that, I want to see where I'm working, and I am going to just zoom in to my page, and then I can scroll up and down on the slide. I will select the little square with the T in it, which is a text box, and here I can create my own text box on my document. What I have done in the past, something to consider, is changing the color of the text so your students can recognize it easier, and you can also, you'll be able to read it easier. So I'm going to click over or hover over the A with a line under it up in the menu bar. It says text color, and I will change it to blue. Here you can write something like type here and instruct students to erase, or you can create your text box here and do something like a question mark, and maybe that's where you want them to answer. You can change if you want it, just like creating any other text, to the left, the right, the middle, however you'd like to do so. You can also change the font size. So if you want the font bigger or if you want this font smaller, it's up to you. You can even just type in the size you'd like it. All right, so the next thing that I'd like to share with you is how to continue with the text box and not create them over and over again. So I'm going to go towards my question mark here, click on it, and just like I did earlier, make sure I can move it around, and I want to make sure that it's not just one arrow. I want to make sure it looks like the 4 arrows on there, and then I'll press down on my mouse pad. Oops, try it again. Press down, and then Command C is to copy. I'll click off to the side. Command V is to paste. And now I don't have to create that text box again. I can just continue doing Command V and move my text box around. I want to show you something else once I've created this. So it's pretty simple. You can go through a page quickly once you know what you're doing. I'm going to scroll down because the size of my answer here is going to be a little different, but I don't want to create a text box again. I'm just going to paste it again. When I'm down here, I'll just put the text there and change my arrow just by hovering, moving it around. My arrow, I'm touching my arrow on the little box on the side, and I can make it larger, I can make it smaller. Maybe in a text box like this, I want to move it over to the left, and I might want to write something like type here. Okay. When you scroll down to the bottom and you hit Command Paste, it's going to take you back up to the top again, wherever you first initially created that text box. So what you might want to do again is once you move it down, if you move to a different part of your page, hover over it, click on the four arrows again, Command Copy again, so which is Command C, and Command Paste, and you'll have the text boxes down at the bottom. You don't have to scroll up to the top again. We're almost done with this page. All right. Move this down here. Oh, look, I don't want to use this one again. I'm just going to delete it so I don't have to type again. Hover over this, Command Copy, Command V for paste, and move this text box down to the bottom. There we go. Okay, so you are done. Up here on the top left, you will see your slides home, but you will also see the entitled presentation. I want to select that, and I am working on, let me change that to math. How about fifth grade math, chapter 11, Am I ready? And then if you'd like, you can put the page number. This is page 789, just for future reference for yourself. Okay. So I'm going to click off to the side, take it off that text box. Since you are in one of your Google apps, you do not need to save it. It saves it for you. I'm going to press the X. Now I am in my classroom for Google Classroom. I will select Classroom. Let's create. I can select a topic, something like math. And I want to create an assignment. I'm going to do Am I Ready? Chapter 11. And instructions, watch video on how to turn in classwork. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to go down to add or create. I can just click add right here and go to my Google Drive. It's going to be the most recent document that I use. I'm going to select 5th grade math right here, add. I'm going to go over here so students can view a file, students can edit a file or make a copy for each student. And I want to make a copy for each student. If you do not choose that option now, when you go back to edit your assignment, the only options that will come up is student can view a file or student can edit a file. We don't want to edit a file for the fact that if you select this option, all students will be working on the same document. So we need to make a copy for each student. Make sure it shows up here. Maybe today I want to make 100 points, grade it. Maybe I want make each question 1 point each, 14. It's up to you. I will do due date. I will make it due tomorrow. Let's say 3 p.m. Topic, I might want to put it in math. That will automatically move it to the math topic for me. You can add a rubric if you like. And you could also make sure you can send it to all students. Maybe I just want to send it to just one student. It's up to you. I'm just going to make sure all students are selected here. And it's normally set to all students. And I will click assign. Now it'll take a second or so, and once you go back to your, it'll take you back to your classroom, and you'll see under the topic math, you have Am I Ready? Chapter 11. If you want to move it to a different day of the week, you can. I can just bring it down to Friday. And I'll just show you something here. If you want to edit it, you're going to click the 3 dots on the side, edit, delete, copy link, move down. If we go into edit, you will notice here it has each student will get a copy. And I will not be able to change that any longer. So if I forgot to select each student will get a copy, I will have to go back, and I will have to delete that assignment and then reassign it. So, yeah. So here I am, classwork. I moved my, it should have saved automatically for me. Am I ready? Move it back up. Or if I like, I can just delete the whole thing, copy link or delete. Right now, since I already have this assignment on here, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. And that's how you add a Google slide for your students. Hope that helps. Take care.